Welcome to Health and Wealth. So excited to show up again on my second message here and creating more of that awareness and sharing some of the thoughts and reflections as well as experiences to somehow help you to understand and help you to embody more and help you to break through that it's actually possible to have health and wealth. I'm also in that journey as well, so would love to share that on that journey and potentially support and inspire you to on yours where you are ready to explore and ready to keep moving and really being in that space that it's possible to have health and wealth in a beautiful harmony. Today, that's why it's not a tricky question. Today, the question that I pose is, what do you prioritize, health or wealth? We would love to actually have both. However, many times that's usually the case. We tend to put more focus on the health or put more focus on the wealth. Many times the latter is becoming more important, well, because there's so many good reasons why. Some of them are the stories that are created, and you get to kind of determine becoming more conscious and realizing that when you actually doing that chase for the wealth, you sacrificing many times yourself with your health when you're not paying attention. I'm not saying that you didn't develop a great habits and you are paying attention, and that's why actually that's kind of the the idea to have that solid foundation that it's easier and you actually able to create more harmony with within yourself, with your health, and get to actually more of that wealth that way. And it's many times foreign for quite a few of us because we're thinking that, well, if we just like push ourselves a little bit more, if we just take care of that, then we allow ourselves some rest, then we will take care of our health. So there's a lot of like limitation in that, and also somehow self-sacrificing is okay, that hopefully our health will not give us like warning signs, even though on that journey and that extreme activities of pushing yourself towards gaining some results that usually related to the wealth, you might be missing out on things, and maybe you actually overlook some of the signs that's showing up when somehow, even if you do have a great foundation, it's so tempting. Oh, okay, I have that momentum, I have that energy, so let's utilize to the fullest, and it can lead to a crash. And even when you're trying to work through the crash and keep pushing and pushing, it can even lead to some more serious health condition where at some point you won't even have a chance to or say in it anymore. You just have to take care of it. It will become actually priority for you, either you like it or not. So why I'm sharing those things, to create that awareness of how we as a human beings are operating. And that's actually out of my observations after years of my own experiences and my own journey, but also from observing others in my experiences, how that's unfolding for them, and how when that operation on autopilot or not paying enough attention or having that greater awareness and working operating, I should say, more from the conscious levels, can lead us to those like blank corners that we either like, even the best efforts, we not getting the results that we would like, financial, or that wealth building, or we can end up so unhealthy and in so much dis-ease that won't help us either, and that will become the priority. And like we were discussing prior, that also require resources. So it will create even deeper levels of stress when that wealth is not where you would like to be. And even if it is, it can quickly actually drain when you really get yourself out of that balance of pushing maybe the desire because you accumulated some of that wealth, and the appetite growing and you want to do more. And when you're not paying attention, all that you created will end up going to actually recover, because possibly will be downtime that you won't be able to work and take actions. It might be involved with running some tests or some treatments for you to somehow get more to that harmony within your balance. And that can actually be on many levels. Stress can create in itself, and that over pushing yourself can create like really a lot of this is in the body and in our mind and in our emotions. So it will dysregulate our also nervous system. So it will be sometime before somehow you will start discovering what is behind, and coming back to sharing some that many times traditional medicine is not the best one to for all finding that root of the problem. And many times we are relying on that, and many times the healthcare is not kind of equipped to know on a deeper level who we are as a human being and how we operate. There are definitely research being done, and some breakthroughs are happening, and it takes a long time. And sometimes approaching that from more, I should say, holistic level, different levels that because there's some, like many times it's starting it end up with a lot of like physical symptoms, and somehow unravel, not just masking those physical symptoms, but getting deeper to like, okay, maybe that symptoms is something else, indicating something else. And many times that's the case. I had those situations myself or in my family member, that some symptoms that were showing up, they weren't necessary the one that we thought it was leading, and that was actually going through some traditional medicine and trying to figure it out, and nothing was supportive. So it required actually looking from a different perspective, uh, finding what was the root cause of that issue, to be able to clear the symptoms that were showing up. And more specifically, it was actually related to a cough that unfolded in some sensitivities to certain groups of foods that were creating that cough. So if you're just looking at the or masking of the symptoms, you would just do, well, you probably try to do like a cough syrup, some other like the regular cough syrups, or maybe even some herbal ones, or trying to do some spray for your throat, or some maybe inhalation, and not even being aware that you actually trying to just mask the symptom of that cough, and instead of looking a little bit more deeper. So that's how that was one of those journeys that that felt like really at losing some hope, that created that awareness that there are not always the symptoms that we physical symptoms that we have are actually related to what is honestly going on in our body, and how body responding, yes, but our body responding to some imbalance in our body, and give us a signal, not very specific and so much related to what we think, like, oh, okay, maybe there's some, inflammation, maybe there's some cold that we experience, and not relate that to that. It can actually be connected to our guts issues and sensitivities that are created based on some groups of food. So, and those symptoms can also be varying by individual. Somebody might actually react differently to the sensitivity, for example, for the foods. And we'll also attempt to making some temporary fixes, and not when we're not going deeper into that journey. It will be hard and will take a long time before we discover what is going on, which creates even more stress on the body, stress in our mind, stress in our emotions, and those hormones that will be saturating our body, like cortisol, which is kind of stress response, may actually be even creating more issues in our body. So that's why I'm so passionate, because it's been the years and being through some journeys, and so at the beginning it was also hard to understand why we're going through that journey. But I'm so grateful that we were choosing, after some unsuccessful discovery, to still not giving up and find the solutions to and getting deeper to some root issues in the health experience. So I kind of just bringing that we get to actually start, and even the way I wrote the question, prioritizing our health, because kind of reverse that order. That's my greatest suggestion based on observation and recommendation that I could give, that when we are in that really harmony with ourselves, with our health, we can actually accomplish more. We can actually bring more of the opportunities, possibilities to create the wealth that we always wanted to create, and expand. Then yes, expand instead of spending our accumulated wealth on this ease, is actually adding to creating our health on more optimal level, having resources to consider some more alternative and maybe not always popular ways, so we can have that more of an optimal health, so that will create a better results in our experience, and create coming from more of that love, joy, peace in our bodies, and that harmony, that freedom can lead us to capacity, to greater capacity to create more of that wealth, and able to hold that wealth with that joy, love, and peace, and not being stressed that might disappear coming from those limitations. So I was exploring more on the physical levels, and but also there are different ones. I was mentioning about the stress and some mental and emotionals. So those are energetics that are the balance and harmonies that we get to keep like working on to be able to create that optimal health, and we can continue with our journey and have what we actually desire, to have that health and wealth, um, and living our best life. So with lots of, like I had mentioned, love, joy, and peace. So that's the message for today. And trust that is supporting, gives you some perspective in your journey. I would love to see your comments on what's possibly resonating with that message and your reflection as well, answer to that question. So stay tuned for the upcoming broadcasts on this channel. I don't have like a structure yet, and when and what days, how often I will be showing up here. It's more of the inspiration when I feel called to just show up and to share the message that wants to be somehow that coming through me, and it's to inspire others as well. So at this point, I would recommend when you come across that channel to hit subscribe, so you know when I'm showing up here, and possibly at some point it will be created more organized and in the structure in specific days or times. And what else? You can subscribe to notifications, subscribe to the channels. You can invite people that you think might be resonating and want to have that, and those hear some of those perspectives to be inspired in their health and wealth journey. So thank you so much again for checking that out. Sending you so much love, joy, and peace, and lots of light, and take care.